Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, so you can join our tech family. If it is informative to you, please like our video, share it with your friends so they can get help with these video, and don't forget to press all notification bell icon so you get regular update and don't miss any single video.
So Wi-Fi discovery is your first step in the methodology of hacking wireless networks. And we always look at this in the same aspect that we do with standard networks, that we need to first see what's going on around the environment itself. And if you remember from our previous courses, one of the first steps that we go through is the process of footprinting or reconnaissance. All we're doing here is just taking a look around. And I like to refer to this process as kind of like a looky-loo. If you're not familiar with that term, let me give you a description. In my state, it just so happens that if you're on the freeway driving down the road and there's an accident on the other side and you can't see it, you're required to slow down and see if you can see what's going on, thereby slowing down traffic on the opposite side, which is nothing but totally frustrating. Adds to some road rage. But we refer to those folks as looky-loos. If you remember, when it comes to footprinting, this is simply where we're trying to locate and understand the network itself. And we're going to do that a couple different ways. One of the first ways that you can use is a passive method. If you remember what we talked about in previous courses as well, is passive is just sniffing the airwaves, seeing what's there. We're not hitting anybody. We're not trying to connect with any access point. We're just looking on the airwaves itself. Then we also have obviously active, which is obviously a little bit more intrusive. Maybe I send out a probe request with an SSID to see if an access point responds. Either way, to accomplish footprinting, you're going to need a couple of things. You can either use your built-in Wi-Fi network cards on your laptops or your tablets. Now, there are some limitations to these. It's based off of what we refer to as the chipset and the manufacturer, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. A limitation of built-in Wi-Fi also is that it's not very directional, because it's like 360 degrees from the laptop itself, where I can start using external antennas to start pointing like a Yagi. Remember our Yagi antenna? I can hook that up to a Wi-Fi card and start pointing in different directions. And then the other thing I'm going to need here is obviously an application. And yes, I have a plethora. See, you didn't think I was going to get that word in on this course, did you? I have a plethora of those. Some of them being desktop applications and some of the newer ones actually being based off of mobile. Some of the more common desktop applications include Insider, which is an open source multi-platform Wi-Fi scanning software, and it'll give the attacker information such as the proper channeling of wireless networks, signal strength, if the access point is filtered, and of course we can export the Wi-Fi and GPS data out to an XML file that we can then use inside of Google Earth. Another product that's out there is called Net Surveyor. This is again a network discovery tool that's used to find wireless access points in real time. It's a little bit more GUI as far as its interface is concerned, so it's a little prettier. There's also Vistumbler, which does the same thing, looking for access points. We can export the information, import it into Google Earth. We can look for signal strengths. This product actually got its name when Microsoft released Vista and the correlating server software, which would have been Server 08. They had a new NetSH command that was called WLAN show network mode equals BSSID, and it uses that command to get all the wireless information. WiggleNet is one of my favorite ones. In fact, I'm going to show you WiggleNet a little bit later on. WiggleNet is an open platform and also a website for collecting information about different wireless hotspots around the world. It actually started off back in 2000, and by 2013 they had over 170 million recorded Wi-Fi networks in its database. And of that 107 million, 105 have GPS coordinates. We also have something called Kismet. Kismet is a layer 2 wireless network detector, sniffer, and IDS environment. There's also iStumbler. This is actually a discovery tool that provides plugins for finding not only access points, but Bluetooth devices, Bonjour services, location information on Mac-based devices. They have a mobile version that's called Mini Stumbler that used to run on the old, I'm going to bring back some memories here. Anybody remember the iPac by HP? One of the first real handheld devices. And speaking of mobile, we have a couple different products, both in the Android side and on the Apple side. We have Wi-Fi Manager as well as Wi-Fi Faux Fum. Yeah, insert your own joke there. There's also Network Signal Info. There's a Wi-Fi Wi-Fi radar, as well as there's my mini stumbler and the Wi-Fi analyzer tool. And I'm sure that there's probably even more since the recording of this course. It's like they're coming out daily now, right? So with at least 2 of those 3 things, again, remember some type of an antenna, either the built-in one or an external antenna, and a piece of software, we can go looking.
We hope you enjoyed the video and found value in the content. We value your feedback. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to post them in the comments section or contact us directly via our social platforms. Thanks for watching.